my Christian friends, we've come to the end of another week. Today, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind, of a mind in good working order, self-control, even in the middle of great trial and suffering. This week, we've studied about two experiences. We've studied about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the Daniel 2 dream that King Nebuchadnezzar had, and then the king's desire to maintain his power and his authority. Daniel chapter 3, he erects this statue, not just with the head of gold, but the entire thing is of gold. That way, there would be no Medo-Persia, and there would be no Greece, and there would be no Rome. He would last forever. How sad, what a sad reality that we human beings attempt to create our own reality. When God says it, it shall be done. You can't stay when God says you have to go. Scripture tells us not only that this story happened in the past, but that it's very reminiscent of what will come. Nebuchadnezzar coerced worship in Daniel chapter 3. He wanted not just the head of gold and the sustaining of his authority and his throne. He wanted worship. And so he coerced it. He forced the three Hebrew worthies to stand, and oh, did they stand. Even at the point of death, O king, we are not careful to answer you. We will not bow down. Even if you throw us in the fire, we won't bow down. That will be the experience of the people of God at the end of time. People will stand for righteousness and truth and will not bow down. We also studied this week the story of the early Christians, many of whom were persecuted. We learned about this beast, the beasts rather, it's more than one, in Daniel chapter 13. That beast whose deadly wound was healed, papal Rome. And then that beast that comes out of the ocean, America in prophecy. That those two will form a coercive union that will attempt to establish false worship once again. The dragon is behind it all, Satan giving power, throne, authority to these false beings, and apostate Protestantism, the image of the beast. God is saying to us that in this moment, we've got to stand for righteousness. The early Christians were persecuted. James was put to death. We learned about that. Then Peter was grabbed up by Herod, and Herod intended to kill him too, but an angel intervened. God intervened and whisked Peter out to freedom that night after prayer, continuing his ministry. Yes, Peter died later. He died a horrible death later. Jesus said it as much. He said, listen, when you get old, somebody's going to take you where you don't want to go. They're going to do things to you you don't want to have done to you. I know right now, Peter, you're young and you can go and come as you choose, but a day is coming when things will happen to you. Jesus was speaking of Peter's death. But Peter was faithful to the end. Peter served God faithfully to the end, and we will see Peter again. Don't receive the devil's mark. Don't let him scar you in your mind. Don't let him scar you in your thinking or in your doing. Receive the seal of the living God because of your allegiance to his Sabbath, your allegiance to his worship, your allegiance to his heart. That is what will get us off the planet safely. May God bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and give you his peace.